Hello there.
Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're all having a good day so far. Today, the journey through the kingdom of Hallownest continues. So, we don't really have that clear of a goal moving forward. Pretty quickly into the first stream, we learnt about the city at the heart of the kingdom where wishes supposedly came true. We arrived there last time. We beat the Soul Master, got a new power-up. We did hear about a place called the Grave in Ash that is apparently important, but we got no clues as to where it was. And the mysterious Temple of the Black Egg was marked on the map as something important. So at this point, the game kind of expects you to just explore a little bit. During the journey towards the City of Tears, we picked up a fair few new abilities, so there's a lot of stuff that we can do now that we couldn't before. I did a bit of that at the end of last stream, but today I'm going to be heading to the main route forward. I would like to once again get through at least the next 2 areas. I think that's a good pace to keep aiming for, and if I can do that, we're going to see something very, very important, and we're also going to see one of my favourite bosses in the game, so I'm really, really hoping we're able to get to that, because that would be a lot of fun. I'm glad you're all doing well, though. Hello, Sam. Hello, Ben. Hello, Blunter. Better than you were doing last time you were here. That is very good to hear. Getting breakfast. Ooh, I hope you're having something nice. I do love a good breakfast. Will we learn why Metroid can't crawl in this part of the game? Maybe. But I don't want to spoil anything. So, the best place to go to find the way forward, to me, logically, on my first playthrough, was the Crossroads. Because it's a crossroads cross over and connect different things, and that is true of the Forgotten Crossroads. Not every area in the game connects to it, but a good chunk of them do. So it seems like a good place to start when looking for the path forward. And I mean, obviously I know the path forward, but trying to play it up a little bit here. I would like to head over this way. So, this next area that I'm going to actually has, I think, 3 different ways that you can reach it right now. Way number 1 involves using the Desolate Dive that I picked up from the Soul Master last time. Way number 2 involves using the Lumafly Lantern that I bought from Sly last time. And way number 3 actually involves an item that I don't have yet. But I think that's quite cool. There are many different ways to get into this area because what it ends up leading to is very, very important. The game does try to essentially funnel you this way to ensure that you reach there because you can't beat the game if you don't. Okay, I would like to go this way. Let's go see how my pal Myla is doing. Oh, she's not looking so good. Bury my body, cover my shell. What meaning in darkness, yet here I remain. I'll wait here forever till light blooms again. Yeah, she's not feeling so good. Her eyes are looking a bit orange. Hopefully she'll be okay. Anyway, this floor feels a little unstable, don't you think? Right, I would like to. There we go, nice. I always miss that, so I'm glad I was able to get it this time. Another rancid egg over here. Maybe this stream I might actually be able to show off what these do. Maybe not. I think it does require a key, and I'm not sure I want to spend it on that yet. Anyway, welcome to Crystal Peak. We've got some more music to listen to, because of course we do. I do enjoy the music here quite a lot. It's very mysterious and kind of eerie in a way, and I think it fits what this area is very, very well. Because essentially it is an abandoned mine, which are, you know, very eerie, spooky places, but they're also quite cool. You know, they used to be a site of industry, and now they're just very unnatural caverns that have been left abandoned. Okay, before I explore further into the area, I believe over here... Yes, so this is the second way in, requiring the Lumafly Lantern, so you can actually interact with this and open the gate. Basically, you have to kind of find a hidden tunnel to get over this side. Also, hey, the Hollow Knight, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? It is nice to have you here. I hope you enjoy your time here. Oh my god. But yeah, I see what you did there. The music in this area is indeed peak. It is a very nice track. Not my favourite in the game. There are tracks that I enjoy more, but this one is still very, very good. So, just to show where this path connects to, if I head over this way, you will see that I am now in the crossroads, very near to the stag station. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well. Oh, I'm not getting stuck down there again. That ended badly last time. But yeah, I'm glad you're doing well. That is exactly what we want to hear. Right, I always get a little bit lost in this room. It's quite a big one, and it's a bit of a labyrinth. There's a few different paths and routes through it. Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you. Playing one of my favourite games of all time, so I always feel good when I'm doing that. Okay, so the unique gimmick of this area is these conveyor belts. You've kind of got to fight them and go against the flow of them a little bit, which is quite cool. These are used in interesting ways for platforming and stuff. But yeah, out of all of the areas that we've seen so far, this is definitely the most platforming heavy, I would say. It's not the most platforming heavy area in the entire game, but so far it definitely is. Yeah, this is not my first playthrough. This is, honestly, I don't know how many times I've played this game. A lot. Alright, just grab this bench. But, yeah, for a lot of people in my chat, though, this is their first experience with the game, so, what I would like to do is keep it relatively spoiler-free for those people. Might as well get that. So these platforms will turn around if you stand on them too long, but you can pogo them and turn them the other way, if you are quick. Again, I do like that they're kind of rewarding you with the pogo a bit here. If you can do it, you can have a bit of an easier time with the area. I'm not convinced that I'm heading the right way. Oh, I find these miner guys really annoying. Egg? What? What are we talking about eggs for? These guys are also really annoying. One of the more annoying enemies in the game, I would say. You love miners. Yeah, that's a bit of a risky joke to make. Okay, yeah, this just loops back round to where I was. Okay. I know where that connects to, but I don't think I can actually get up that way yet. I think where I want to be going is up this way, yeah. Is there anything up here? No. Oh, because I picked up a rancid egg, right. Yeah, I've picked up a few of those now. I don't think I've ever actually used them on a playthrough. I think they can be useful, but I'm just not the kind of player that finds them useful. Oh. Oh dear, there's a lot of those guys. Okay, right, I think I do want to go to the left here. Slightly misjudged the distance of my dash there. What is to the right here? This is... right, platforming room. Don't want to go that way just yet. It's an egg. What more could you ask for? Well, I do enjoy eggs. They are very tasty. Probably not if they're rancid, though. I can't imagine that would taste nice. Ooh, hello, Mr. Grub. Let's try and save you. Why not? Like I said, there's a lot of platforming challenges here. Be free, my little friend. These guys. These guys are invulnerable to your nail. You have to use spells to kill them. But honestly, I feel like that's kind of a waste of a spell. It's just easier to avoid them. They're basically more obstacles than they are enemies. Ow. Cornifer's nearby. Over here is not a room that I want to deal with yet. I would like to go find Cornifer. If I remember correctly, I think there's a hidden wall somewhere near here. Ooh. Ooh, threading the needle a bit there. It was to the left. Right, I have missed it then. Let me try and go back for it. I thought maybe it was in the next room. There it is. I don't believe I can do anything with this yet. Oh, no. Maybe I can. No. Okay, no, I definitely can't. Oh, bugger. That's a problem. I think I am just going to have to... Oh, there we go. Made it. Yeah, I did fuck up. I done fucked up. Why is my fan not on? 1 second. Getting a bit warm in here. My screen turned off when I turned my fan on. It did just turn back on straight away after, but that was a little bit concerning. Okay, thread the needle. Okay, right. There is a sign for Dirtmouth this way. Hello, Cornifer. How are you doing, my friend? Come to scale the mountain? I've heard tale of a summit way up there. Too far for me, though, and I'm not really one for heights. Yes, give me your map, good sir. Okay, right. Let's put a couple of pins down just so I remember that there's stuff here. There is... I mean, that's pretty obvious, but there is a little secret here. Because, yeah, I cannot reach up there just yet. And I also can't go this way. Oh, Cornifer is great. Yeah, he's one of the best characters in the game. I love his humming. It just makes me feel so at peace and happy when I hear him. No windows. I would not like to update. It's when they swing round on the corners. That's when they always get me. Right. There is a bench to the right here, but I would like some more soul before I try for that. Oh my god. Okay, this is not going very well. Let's just brute force my way through a little bit here. Ah, the shopkeeper's key. Yes, forgot that was it. Right, I can farm a little bit of soul off you. I will come back for that bench, but it's not quite as simple as just going and grabbing the bench. You'll see. Hey, look who it is. It's our boy Quirrell. Let's see how he's doing. Ah, quite a view, no? I'm not surprised you survived the trek through these shimmering caverns. There's an air of strength about you. I suspect it would be quite intimidating, if not for your small stature. Well, thanks, Quirrell. Just a way to go and shame me for my height. Thought we were friends. Okay, right. Don't want to be going that way just yet. However, ow. God damn it. That was a cheap shot. Right, there's a thing there. I like things. Probably going to get hit trying to get the thing. That's a wondrous journal. Oh, that animation was a little bit too slow for my liking. That was close. Let's get away from you so I can heal. I've been making some very poor decisions during this area, so ow. God damn it. Okay, right. If I'm breaking through there, I'm going to need some more soul. Hopefully there's someone to bully around here. There's that to open. Ow, poo. Didn't see you there. I feel that is always my problem with this area. Is in the process of trying to get soul to heal or do something, I always end up taking damage to something stupid. Okay, so it is possible to damage those guys. It's just quite tricky. Speaking of things that are quite tricky, I really hate these enemies. Those crystals that they shoot out are really hard to avoid, and they're massive when they explode. All that for another rancid egg. There does seem to be a lot of them in this area. Would you call having an argument with Quirrell a Quirrell quarrel? I like that. Oh my god, come on Ben, it's basic platforming. It's not that hard. Okay, let's open that up. That links back up with the bench. It might be a good time to go and get that. Let me just, whoa! Remind myself what is down here. Ah, yes. Okay, I know where this is. I think, yes, it is a good time to go for the bench. Not there. So, the reason why I can't just go and sit on the bench is because someone's already on it. And they're not going to take too kindly to me asking them to move. Right, I believe the theme that plays for this fight is the action/combat variant of this area's theme, so we're going to take a listen to that while I deal with this little mini-boss. So he's not exactly a long or difficult fight, but it's quite a fun one. I enjoy just jumping over him and avoiding the lasers. I really, really like the combat theme for this area. It's got a really nice bit of percussion to it, and I think it complements the quieter regular theme quite well. If you have a passive damage charm equipped, you can beat the boss without activating the fight. Yeah, I'm aware of that. That is a pretty cool fun fact. Thank you for sharing. Right, I'm going to swap my charms around a bit here. I think I would like Mark of Pride. Actually, no, I would like Shaman Stone. Yeah, and then I'll keep Spell Twister. And then I'm going to forget to use spells. Okay, so there is quite a lot to do in this room, and there are quite a lot of rooms that branch off of it. So I'm going to slowly work my way down. Let's get rid of you, because you're really freaking annoying. I'll take some soul, thank you. Okay, what is over to the left here? Which room is this? This one. Okay, right. Okay, this is one of the more annoying grubs in the game. The timing on these things is irritating. So I believe going this way just connects back up with the main route. It's this way that I'd like to go for the grub. Okay, there we go. I'm through. Wait, it puts me back here? Really? That's really annoying. Oh, god damn it. I was nearly there. There we go, there we go. And then that opens the gate and turns them off, I believe. Yes, nice. This room is safe now. If I want to go through, I can. Oh, I always find that really annoying to do. Alright, you're going to give me some soul. Thank you. Then what is over on the left here? Okay, that's very important. I'll go and do that in a second. I'm just going to check out the room below here first. Okay, yeah, this room. Alright, let's get rid of one of them. That'll help. I do like having Gathering Swarm equipped in this area, just so I don't have to try and collect all the Geo while I'm avoiding lasers. Makes everything a lot easier when you've got one less thing to focus on. Oh god, there's more of this bullshit. Okay, at least this doesn't put me right at the start. Poo. Didn't quite get the jump in there. The grub watching my body being crushed repeatedly. The child is traumatized for life. Oh, the poor grub. Oh, poo. Oh, God. This is a really awkward spot to die in. Alright, Sam. See you in a moment. Ooh. Oh, God damn it. I got stuck on the thing. Oh, I hate this run. I hate these obstacles so much. Their timing is just really awkward. Let's go back down. And try not to take too much damage in the process. That's a really awkward spot for my shade. Oh, taking a hit there is also quite awkward. Okay, I'm through. Okay, I've made it. Oh, God. I forgot about this bit. At least I have my shade. I'm not going to lose my Geo. The conveyor belt just makes this so much more awkward. Okay, I'm going to go see if there's anywhere I can get some soul. Oh, there's a grub. I can rescue him. And there is someone I can bully. Nice. Scrap Brain Zone. I'm going to pretend that I remember which Sonic Zone that is. And I will appreciate the reference that I didn't get. Oh my god, no. Don't die to these guys. Just wasted all the soul that I was trying to get. I'm not the biggest fan of this area, if you can tell. It's pretty, but my god, I hate basically every enemy here. It's the last one from Sonic 1, right, okay. It has a section with crushers on conveyor belts. I don't remember that section. I suppose I've only seen that section in your streams. I've never really played it myself. Ooh, okay, I'm through, I'm through. Sometimes you just have to step back and try again. Ooh, what was the point of doing that? I don't think that actually got me anything. I think that just turned off the platforms in this room, but I could have just not come into this room. Lovely. I love that I died for that. You don't think you did go that way? Ah, okay. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen it then. Right, over this way then. This is the important part of this area. I hear a grub. I see a grub. I don't think I can get the grub. Yeah, I can't get over there right now. 1 second. Let me just put a charm down so I don't forget. It's not a charm, a marker. I am in here. Okay, so there's a pretty big platforming challenge here that I'm going to have to work my way through. Yeah, all of your Sonic 1 runs, apart from the latest one, were a while ago. My memory lasts about a week tops. Anything from more than a week ago, it's gone. Unless it's a game that I like. Okay, got some lasers to dodge here. And then I walk right into one. Oh, poo. I think that ate my jump input. Oh, God. Okay, just had to make that. Just had to make that. The platform was going to flip. I just needed to make it through. Taking the hit is fine. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's the end. Looks like the kind of platforming you can get down with. Yeah, you'd enjoy this. You'd enjoy this a lot more than I would. Anyway, it's time for our next major upgrade. This is the Crystal Heart. Hold ZL while on the ground or clinging to a wall to concentrate the force. Release the button to blast forwards and fly through the air. This is basically like a Shine Spark, except instead of running, you just hold a button down, and then you launch yourself. Really, really fun ability, this one. It's fairly situational, but that doesn't mean that it's not fun to use. Right, now I can save this grub. Is it just horizontal, or can you aim it? I believe it's just horizontal. I don't think you can aim it upwards. So it's not quite as versatile as a Shine Spark, but it has its uses. Right, let's get rid of that marker, because I don't need it anymore. There is, yeah, a couple of rooms up this way that I can go down now, so I'm going to head back to the bench and do that. And then I'm going to start heading down. Okay, so which one of these routes do I want to go first? I can't remember which one is, like, the more important one. Maybe it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, this one comes up first. I'm going this way first. Cornifer's gone. Nothing in this room, is there? No. Okay. Right, we're going to have to do one on the wall here. I probably didn't need to do it on the wall, but I wanted to. Oh, hello. Hidden room. Oh, I remember what room this is. Okay. Right, get back here, you little shit. I hear a good old little grub. However, this game is about to reveal one of its cruelest tricks, because this may look like a grub, but this is not a grub, it's a horrifying nightmare creature. All the way from the depths of Deep Nest. Yeah, there are mimics in this game. There is a way to detect them, but we're not able to do it yet. Thankfully, just behind him is the real grub. Poor little guy was being used as bait. But yeah, the mimics are... Oh, I just don't like the way they move. They're kind of disgusting. They're the antithesis to the grubs in every way. The grubs are really cute, whereas these things are just kind of horrifying. Is it a charm that lets you see them? No. No, it's not, actually. Right, while I'm here, how many keys do I have? How do I see that? I have one. Okay. What I want to do while I'm here, back in Dirtmouth, opening up a nice shortcut back, is actually head to Sly's store, because I picked up the shopkeeper's key. And he is the shopkeeper. What do you have there? Why, that's the key to my storeroom. I thought I'd lost it for good. Did you find it in those old mines, perhaps? Very curious. I've no idea how it ended up in such a remote place. Very honest of you to return it to me, yes, very kind. And now that I can open my old storeroom up, I can sell you some of the rare stock that's been gathering dust in there. These items may be a little time-worn, but they still retain their full market value. Very precious stuff. Take a look. So, yeah, basically, the shopkeeper's key will unlock a bunch of new items from Sly. So, we've got a couple of new charms here. Heavy Blow, and Sprint Master. Those are quite interesting. I don't know if I want to get those yet. The Elegant Key is a very important one, but I don't want to grab that just yet. No point getting these just now. I think I'm actually just going to buy this key for now. It's expensive, but while I'm here, I'll be able to open up the lock on the right side of town and show off what's in there, because, you know, all of those rancid eggs I've been collecting? It's time to show off what's so important about them. In we go.
Really? Oh boy.
Welcome, small intruder. I've been sound asleep in here for some time. Some time? Ah, yes, yes. Well, now you've gone and woken me up. It's no matter, I suppose. I might even be able to help you. I am Gigi, and if you have found your way into my chamber, you must need my help. You see, sometimes we leave our regrets behind in the world, like black stains. If you don't deal with these regrets, hope starts to drain from us. Do you have regrets of your own, little one? Let me peer into you for a moment. Ah, you don't appear to have any lingering regrets. How lucky for you. You don't need the services of one such as I. So basically, what this guy does is you give him a rancid egg, and then he will summon your shade for you. So the whole shade mechanic can be a bit restrictive to your exploration, I feel. You can go down an area, you're maybe a little bit too weak to be going down, and die. And rather than just being able to give up and go somewhere else, you're kind of forced into going back to get your shade. This solves that issue. If you have a rancid egg, you can come back here and just summon your shade and not deal with it. So far, rancid eggs have been limited. There's one you can buy in the shop, and there's a few that you can find around the world. There is a renewable source of them later, and we might even be seeing it today, actually. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, I want to go back up to Crystal Peak, because I'm not quite done there. One thing I do quite like about Crystal Peak, though, is that the mine area is above the town. Like, usually you'd expect it to be below, but because most of the settlements are underground, the mine ends up being higher. And I think there's just a neat little subversion of expectations there. Plus the colour palette here. I've not spoken about it yet, but it is absolutely gorgeous. I love all the pinks. It's very vibrant and feels very different to the rest of the game. Right, okay, there was another hidden room down here. We have somewhere where I could crystal dash. Here we go. Okay, this one I'm actually going to have to put a little bit more thought into. Going to have to time it properly. Okay, that deals damage, I believe. Can't stand there. Oh, didn't quite time it right. Oh, but I made it still. Nice. Okay, didn't time that right. There we go. This is a very pretty looking room. I love this room. Okay, this is Deep Focus. This is a charm that I know a lot of people like, but it's not one that I'm particularly a fan of. But I will go and equip that and just show off what it does. And open that route up as well. Would it be quicker to go down or go back up to the bench? Probably back up. Just got to be careful not to take too much damage on my way up. Ooh. Ow, balls. I frickin' hate these guys. Okay, there we go, there we go. Ooh. Okay, so, Deep Focus. Which of the two focus charms is this? Okay, so, what this does is it makes you heal slower, but will double the amount of health you heal, so you'll heal 2 instead of 1. I don't believe the amount of time that it takes to heal with this equipped is double how long it would usually be, so you are technically gaining from doing this. However, it just costs too many slots for me. It's just a little too expensive. Right, I'm going to swap Shaman Stone and Gathering Swarm for it, though, just so we can show it off for a little bit. Like, 4 slots is a lot, and that's a lot of other charms that I'm going without just to have this. And, like, boss healing windows are also quite well timed to give you a chance to heal 1 bit of health. But Deep Focus takes longer, so it doesn't really fit into that time window anymore either. It's just not something I'm particularly fond of. Right, there is some soul there, so... let me grab some soul and also take some damage, deliberately. It also takes the same amount of soul, so you are essentially doubling the amount you heal from the same amount of soul, so you're not, like, using twice as much, which is nice. That is a bonus to it. But yeah, I don't know, I just don't really... I don't really vibe with this charm. I kind of prefer to, as cliche as it sounds, just not get hit. Like, I don't tend to like the sort of builds where you're planning for failure, really. It feels very counterintuitive to me. Right, I would like to go this way, over to the right. Oh god, there's a hole there. Didn't see that. Alright, let's get rid of you. Okay, I'm not quite in range of you. Oh, balls. Okay, just about had enough room there to deal with you. Right, before I drop down this very big hole, I'd like to head over to the right here. Because we have a very suspicious-looking building here. Welcome to the Crystallized Mound, the third of these sort of mound areas that we've been finding. The previous 2 gave you new spells, but I already have all 3 of the spells, so what do you guys think we're going to be getting here? Well, for starters, some very annoying platforming. Are you gonna let me past? Yeah, there we go. Lovely. What was over here? Okay, soul. Nice. I will take the heal. We're getting spikes up the... yeah, we are. Right, here we go. There's another snail here. This one does not appear to be dead, or maybe he is. He has exploded. So this is Descending Dark. This is an upgrade to the Desolate Dive ability that I got last time. This spell takes an already overpowered broken spell and makes it ridiculously broken. The amount of damage that this does now is insane. And I don't believe it costs any more soul. It's a pure upgrade. It doesn't cost you any more to use it. There's still something in here, I believe, though. Because there was somewhere I could go to the right. Yeah, there's a grub in here. Can't leave without saving him. Hey, welcome back, Hollow Knights. I am currently in the Crystallized Mound, making my way to the lower half of Crystal Peak. Oh my god. And getting very turned around by the annoying platforming here. Let's get the hell out of here. I'm pretty sure I've got everything from here now. Okay. That looks like a long way down. It's time for a leap of faith. Welcome to the resting grounds. Cursed are those who turn against the king. This is perhaps the most important area in all of Hollow Knight. We're about to get something here that is going to change how the game works. We're locked in. To protect the vessel, the dreamers lay sleeping. Monomon the teacher in her archive surrounded by fog and mist. Lurian the watcher in his spire looking over the city. Hera the beast in her den amidst the deep darkness beyond the kingdom. Through their devotion, Hallownest lasts eternal. Dreamer locations added to map. Go no further, little shadow. What compels its climb out of the darkness? What compels its return to this sacred kingdom? A call from beyond the seals, by the vessel, or by that captive light. Would the seals break? They cannot be undone. But the vessel weakens. That plague springs anew. They must be undone. Yet still our seals remain. Our duty holds. It must be cast away. Our duty holds. It shall be done. Well, they're not very friendly. Fade away, little shadow. Fade away, and let us sleep in peace. Ooh, semi-cryptic lore, how pretty. Yeah, we love semi-cryptic lore here. And that's it. We're trapped. Hello. Who might you be? So this place... This isn't the real world anymore. This is the dream world. What did you miss? Quite a bit. We got cast into the dream world. Some fellows called the Dreamers did not want me to wake them up. What a terrible fate they visited upon you, to cast you away into the space between body and soul. Will you accept their judgment and fade slowly away? Or will you take the weapon before you and cut your way out of this sad, forgotten dream? I don't really want to stay in the dream world. Let's take this weapon. Taken the Dream Nail. Hold X to charge and slash with the nail. Cut through the veil between dreams and waking. So the Dream Nail is possibly the most important upgrade in all of Hollow Knight. This is how we're going to beat the game. It does quite a few things. I'm not going to explain all of them now. I'm going to explain them as we get to them, because it's quite a complex item. Hey, it's a moth. Ah, you returned. Welcome back to the waking world. Those figures, those dreamers, they've reached out with what little power they still have and dragged you into that hidden place. But that talisman you now wield, the Dream Nail, it can cut through the veil that separates the waking world from our dreams. Even the dreamers themselves cannot hide from such a weapon. Though I must admit, that sacred blade has dulled over time. Together, perhaps, we can restore its power. You only have to bring me essence. Essence. The precious fragments of light that dreams are made of. Collect it wherever you find it and bring it to me. Once we have enough, we can work wonders together. Go out into the world, wielder. Hunt down the essence that lingers there. Collect 100 essence and return to me. I will teach you more. So, there's a lot to talk about. First of all, let's talk about the Dreamers, because we now have them added to the map. Obviously, we heard about Lurien the Watcher in the City of Tears, so quite clearly, he is in the City of Tears. We heard about Monomon the Teacher surrounded by fog. That sounds like Fog Canyon to me. And then we heard about Hera the Beast, located in a very deep, dark place. Well, given where it's located, looks like Deepness to me. We finally have an objective to chase. If you guys have been paying attention, you will recognize the faces of the three Dreamers. They match with the symbols inside the Temple of the Black Egg. And if you've ever played Super Metroid, which I know pretty much everyone in this chat has, you're probably now putting together what's going on with that place. Once you've woken the three Dreamers, the way into the Black Egg Temple will open up. And that's where the end of the game awaits. So, pretty classic setup for a Metroidvania here, but I like that you kind of have to go on a bit of a scavenger hunt and get to know the kingdom before you actually get your main objective. And then now that you know the kingdom, you can actually explore it now with a little bit more purpose, knowing where you're going and knowing where things are. This basically marks the halfway point of the game, at least in terms of story. In terms of overall content, no, it's definitely not. There's still loads to go. But if you're just going for the main story, yeah, we've made good progress. So, the first thing that the Dream Nail can do is read the minds of any NPC. What are you doing poking about in a dusty old mind like mine? Nothing of worth is hidden inside, believe me. So the seer here is obviously aware of what's going on. Some NPCs are, some aren't. But keep probing the world around you with your Dream Nail. Hidden things will reveal themselves. But basically, the gist of what we want to do with the Dream Nail is collect something called Essence. Essence is essentially the power of dreams. Anyway, before I press onward, there's some more music to listen to. I love the music here. One of the best uses of the piano in this game. It's probably the most sorrowful, mournful piece of music in the game, which fits this area very well. It's essentially the final resting place of a long-dead tribe. The seer over there, he's the last survivor, or she. I don't think we know the seer's gender. We may do. Someone correct me on that if we do. Anyway, we've seen these weird-looking trees a few times up until now, and now that I have the Dream Nail, I can finally show you what they do. So, you hit them with the Dream Nail, and they will shoot out these red orbs. These red orbs are essence, basically. They will spread out around the room that they're in. You just have to go around the place and collect them all. It's not the most efficient way to get essence. There are certainly much better ways to get it. But it's not a bad way to. And every little bit of essence helps. There we go, that's all of them. So that's 20 essence. Nothing too exciting so far. There's a few rooms to check out off of the side of this one. I believe, yep, there's a hidden room here. Okay, the Dream Shield. This is quite an interesting charm, this one. And if I'm remembering correctly, I believe this is the first bit of extra DLC content that we're seeing. So basically, over the course of its lifetime, Hollow Knight received 4 free DLC packs. They were essentially updates rather than DLC, because they just got installed automatically. You don't have to go out of your way to download them. They don't cost anything. And aside from the final one, they all came out before the game came to console. So if you get the game on console, you get the first 3 automatically. And, well, once you've updated, you get the 4th one as well. I will be pointing out which content belongs to which DLC as we encounter it. I can't quite remember which one this charm comes from, but I'm pretty sure it's definitely one of them. Over this way, we have a stag station for the area, so you can just leave via the stag station if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it. Apparently Cornifer was here. We've missed him. The resting grounds. Passengers would come here to conduct rituals for those who had passed on. Not anymore, though. Perhaps the dead conduct their own rituals now. That's a creepy thought. Alright, so let's keep heading down. And let's head over to the left here. And we can head back to where you find the Dream Nail. Now, if you remember, just a little while before I got the Dream Nail, there was a grave of sorts over here. Now that I have the Dream Nail, ghosts will appear. Some of these ghosts are just NPCs that you can talk to. You can Dream Nail them if you want, but that will essentially kill the ghost and give you 1 essence. It's not really worth it. You're removing a whole NPC from the world for 1 essence. That 1 essence is not going to matter. However, this is not a regular ghost. This is what's known as a Dream Warrior. So, let's talk to him. Stop there. Those who try to leave this kingdom are cursed. Better to rest here until time itself sleeps. Hope and freedom. I thought that strength alone could grant me these things. In my dreams, I would cut that plague with my nails, and then I turned my weapons upon the king. When I awoke in this sacred place, I began to understand. Those who hope are already doomed. Do you still hope, Wanderer? Will you flee? Or will you raise your weapon and doom us both? We're gonna fight him, because these guys are basically mini-bosses. I think there's 7 of them throughout the game, and every single one of them was designed by backers. Because yes, this game was on Kickstarter, and it was funded by a lot of people, and has quite a lot of backer content. So this guy is fairly simple. His nails are basically semi-homing. You just have to avoid them and hit him whenever you get a chance. Spells, particularly Howling Race, can be a little bit dangerous here because you're held in place for quite a while. He's not too hard, this guy. I would say he's not necessarily the easiest of the Dream Warriors, but he's definitely one of the easier ones. Not that any of them are really that hard, besides one of them. We'll get to him when we get there. If you've played the game before, you know who I'm talking about. Oh dear, right, I'm going to go down here and heal quickly. Oh dear. There we go, got him. So for beating these guys, you get, I think it's a variable amount of essence. It's usually around 100. Ah, I can see now. Those who turn against the king are doomed as soon as they raise their weapon. Do not call me a traitor. Simply call me a fool. I know you will not flee. Wherever you go, I will be watching. Yeah, 100 essence. Nice. Right, before I go back up to the seer, though, I would quickly like to head over to the left here. Because I believe this links back up with the third route from the Forgotten Crossroads. Yes, so, this requires an item that I don't have yet. However, if you get this item before going to Crystal Peak, you can basically skip Crystal Peak. I don't believe the Crystal Dash is required. No, it might be, actually. I'm trying to remember. No, I think it might be, actually. It's definitely not required to get the Dream Nail, but I think it's required for one of the other upgrades. But then again, that upgrade is not necessarily required. So, maybe it's not. Speedrunners will know better than I do. But yeah, once again, as I've said many times, I love how many different routes through this game there are. It makes every playthrough feel different. And I just like the sense of freedom and choice that it offers you. It's not fully non-linear like something like Breath of the Wild, but it's a nice middle ground between that and a more linear game. Ah, Wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at the Dream Nail. Already you've collected 100 essence. Quick work. Things come naturally to you, don't they? No wonder the dreamers tried to bury you in that old dream. Perhaps you frightened them, or perhaps being prisoners themselves, they desired your company. In any case, you still have a long way to go. Take this old trinket as encouragement from me, and return when you have collected 200 essence. Ah, Hallownest seal. Nice. Right, I'm going to head to a bench and swap my charms around. I'm already quite bored of Deep Focus, and I'd like to show off Dream Shield, because it's a situational charm, but it's a fun one. Let's get rid of that thing, and put Dream Shield on, and then I've got a spare slot, so... let's go for like a full defensive build here. Let's go Thorns of Agony. So basically, Dream Shield, you get this rotating shield around you. It can take a hit. It will briefly sort of retreat and cocoon itself. And then, while it's like that, it can't deflect any hits, but it will pop back open relatively quickly. It's a pretty nice defensive item, actually. It's not one that I particularly use much, but I know a lot of people do quite like this one. Also, it makes a funny noise when you hit it. I think that does damage enemies if you do that. Okay, right. I would like to head down here. Because there's quite a bit more to this area. The surface was nice and serene and sorrowful and quiet. But there's a really creepy place down here. With these weird mummy enemies. These guys are kind of horrifying. They make some really disgusting noises. They also do double damage, so be very careful around them. Hold on, I hear something. Yeah, there's a breakable ceiling here. Oh my god. Okay, nice. The Dream Shield is doing my work for me. Hello, Mr. Grub. You are now free. So, the Dream Nail can also help you tell when a grub is a mimic. because if you dream nail them before you break the glass, they will have different dialogue. The grub's dialogue is usually something like, oh, please help me, and then the mimics are usually something like kill, 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 or something like that. I can't remember the exact text. I guess I will check when I next find a mimic. I do happen to know where most of them are. Alright, so something back here. It's one of two things that it could be. I can't remember which one comes first. Oh my god. Yep, the floor breaks here. Forgot about that. Oh my... Every time. I'm not very good at avoiding that. It is a little cheap. You don't really get too much warning. I feel like here it's worse than Deep Nest because it's so cramped. The spikes are right there. Whereas in Deep Nest, you do have a little bit more time to react to it once it starts breaking. Oh my god! Frickin' hell! You came out of nowhere. I'm glad you enjoy that, Blunter. Okay, we've got another charm here. Soul Eater. What does this one do again? There's a lot of these soul charms. Used to draw soul from still living creatures. Greatly increases the amount of soul gained. Ah, yes, I believe this is a stronger version of Soul Catcher. I don't know if it's worth it. 4 charm notches is a lot, but I will show that off later. I think Soul Catcher is plenty good enough for half the price. And a Wondrous Journal here as well. I feel like I've missed something. There's something around here that I know about that I've not seen yet. I think I may have gone past it. Just gotta remember where it is. I mean, not that I really want to do it right now. Hello, you're breakable. I see you. Yeah, let's go up here. If I can... Can I not get up there now? Maybe not, actually. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this... I just basically want to show off that this room exists. This is the start of one of the most annoying side quests in the game. I'm not going to be doing that today. Not a chance. I don't even think I can make it to the area where you need to get to for that quest, so... I should not have stepped on that bench. Because now I've spawned them all again. Oh, dear. Okay, nice. Got him with the Dream Shield. Is that where I came in? I think this is where I came in. Right, I'm just going to leave you there and not bother you. Yeah, thought there'd be another one. Oh, God. And what do we have here? A Hallownest seal. Nice. I'm going to make a lot of money when I next see Lem. Oh, what? You love the exploding bird things? Yeah, I thought you would. Right, there's an elevator here, but I'm not going to be taking that just yet. Oh, big man, I forgot you were here. These are very intimidating enemies. I believe they do double damage. They can also hit upwards and block upwards, so you can't just pogo away at them. They are quite tricky. Ow, yep, double damage, thought so. I am going to try and kill him, though. If you didn't join in, that would be nice. Whoa, that was risky. Basically, fighting difficult enemies like this is just a game of hit and run. Or run right into the enemy and get hit anyway. That also works. I wouldn't recommend it, but it worked. Oh my god. Oh Jesus, jeez. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna fight him. I'm just gonna go over him. There we go. Right, I believe this opens the way back to the room that Xero was in. Yes. Okay, don't really want to go that way. I would like to go to the left here. Because last time while I was in the City of Tears, I mentioned that the rain there was related to one of my favourite bits of world building in this game. And we're about to see it. This is the Blue Lake. I probably should have equipped the compass for this, but if I pull up the main map, where we are is directly above the City of Tears. It constantly rains in the City of Tears because there's a massive lake above it. And it's just sort of slowly trickling through the rock and coming out the other side. I think that is a really cool detail. The lake isn't here for any other reason. Like, there's not a main story reason to come here. I don't think there are many side things here. They put it here purely to explain why the City of Tears is the way it is. And I think that's awesome. I love that they committed to making the world consistent and making it feel real. Do not want to jump down there. That is a one-way ledge. I will not be coming back. Would like to go this way, though. Can use these weak enemies to heal. Building a city underneath a lake seems very dangerous. Yeah, it probably wasn't the best idea. Alright, I'll take another rancid egg, thank you. And that's, I believe, all you can really get from Blue Lake. Like I said, it's here more for the world building than anything else. However, now that you know we're above the City of Tears, you can probably work out where that elevator I skipped over is going to. And I would like to head back that way. Just gonna have to get past that guy. Don't really feel like playing with him. Let's go down. Welcome to the right side of the City of Tears. Last time we explored the left side, but the left side and the right side are cut off from each other. You can't get from the right side. You can't get to the right side from the left side. So you have to enter this side of the city another way. Now this side of the city is the rich side of the city. This is where all the fancy bugs and the aristocrats live. Aristocrats, sorry, not aristocats. There are no cats in this game. Sorry to disappoint. But yeah, all of the architecture here is just really fancy and nice to look at. Oh, hello. Oh my god, flying guys. Oh dear, there's a lot of enemies. Oh god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Let me heal, let me heal, let me heal. Okay, good. Okay, I think it's just you two left. I'll leave you two alone for a second. Ooh, a vessel fragment. Nice. Very nice. Don't mind if I do. Right, when I get the chance, I might head back to the shop and buy the one there then. Thank you, Blunter. I'm glad you appreciate my skill. Alright, that's the way I came, I believe. Let's deal with you. And then I see some goodies up here. Oh my god. Hello! A lot of guys here. Where did you come from? Right, what are you? Wanderer's Journal. Okay. Still money. Still nice. You know, I never noticed that. I did not notice that the shield speeds up while I'm healing. Thank you for pointing that out, Ben. That's actually really good. That makes it a much better defensive item than I was giving it credit for. Okay, right. Welcome to King Station, the equivalent to Queen Station in the Fungal Gardens. I believe one of these rooms has the actual stag station in it. Yeah, here we go. It's this one. It's a very expensive toll, this one. I suppose it makes sense. We are in the rich part of the city. Ah, many stag stations have been opened. Again, I can travel the breadth of the kingdom. So many grand thoroughfares and old sideways I'd forgotten. Somewhere amongst the lines lies the Stag Nest, the place where I was born and raised. I'd thought its location lost to my failing mind, but now I can almost remember the path. If you keep opening stag stations and beckoning me through them, perhaps I'll again find that nest. Ah, I would like that very much. I would like that too. Stag, I would like to know where you come from. Little one, we stand in the King's Station, named of course for the King of Hallowest, he who ordered the building of the stagways and stations. The king never rode the stagways himself, but I've heard he was a glorious bug to behold, bright and radiant in visage, so much so it hurt to look at him. Right, there's something here, but I'm not sure if I can do it yet. No, I don't believe I can. I think I need a later power-up. Right, let's swap my charms around. I'm kind of bored of Dream Shield already. I would like to put on Soul Eater. There we go, that will pair nicely with Spell Twister. And before I continue exploring the city, I would like to quickly head back to Dirtmouth. Because I'd like to show off what happens when you miss one of Cornifer's maps. Because for some reason, I always seem to miss the Resting Grounds one. I'm not actually sure when it spawns in and when it leaves, but he's always gone by the time I get there. Panada. So basically, if you miss them, they will just get added to the map shop inventory, so you're not really missing out on much, it's just a tiny bit more inconvenient. I think I will add the Whispering Root Pin, thank you. And then let me just go check Sly's inventory. Did you visit that temple? A strange building, I've heard, though I'd never dare the journey myself. The braver among us once went there to pray, and said they felt at peace within the walls. After a while, they stopped going. I wonder what changed. Well, there's something very scary in there now, Elderbug. Vessel Fragment. No, I can't afford it. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to be getting a lot of money soon anyway, so I'll get it later. Back down to the King's Station. There is a lot more to see and do in the City of Tears. Can you read the stag's mind? Ooh, yes, you can. Hold on, let me try that. I tire so easily now, and my old legs seem to ache more and more. Still, I'm lucky to grow old at all. So many others haven't. That was depressing. That does remind me, though, if you time it right, you can actually... Never mind. You can actually use the dream nail. Oh my god. It's quite tricky to do, but it is possible to use the dream nail on enemy. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. You regret asking. Oof. God. This is a lot harder than it looks. And I'm making it look very hard. Right, I'm going to try this guy again up here. So, basically, you can read enemy thoughts as well. You smell poor, killed you. Lovely thought there, mate. Sometimes you get essence from that. You also get soul from that. But it's not really worth it. The timing is just way too awkward. You can get soul just by hitting them, and the amount of essence you get is basically nothing. It's like 1 or 2, I think. Right, that is locked. How do I get this again? I think... Yeah, here we go. There's a hidden passageway. Nice. Yeah, I'd like to go to the right quickly, just because there's something over here I'd like to show off. There is another stag station here, except this one is damaged and abandoned. And there's a secret passageway here. With a little grub to go and save. As well as a lot of Blunter's favourite enemy. But up here is a very interesting place. A very weird looking room, this one. There's usually someone you can hear in this room, but he doesn't seem to be doing his thing. Okay, I guess he's a little bit shy today. If you can read enemy's mind, can you read your shades? I believe you can, yeah. I can't remember what the shade says. That is a place I don't want to go to yet. Slight little teaser for a later area there. Right, I would like to climb back up here. I would like to take the higher path to the left. Oh my god. You just flung yourself at me. Yeah, there's a path up this way. This heads out into the main part of this section of the City of Tears, and there's a lot of these big guys here. Got to be very careful. Thankfully, they're quite susceptible to spells. But they have a lot of health. Oh god. Okay, I've fallen down. How do I get back up again? Thank you. I will use you as a platform. Okay, no, I don't want to use my key on that. I do want to go there later, but not now. I do have somewhere specific in mind for my remaining key. There you are. There we go, got ya. Is this a door I can go in? No. Okay. Not every door is one you can go in here, but some of them are. So I would like to check them. Okay, this one I can go inside. A lot of rich guys living in here. Is this the room I'm thinking of? I think it might be. Yeah. There's a golden bug with a cowboy hat. I don't know why there is, but there is. Ow. This guy has a lot of health. But when you kill him, he drops a shit ton of geo. 420 geo to be exact. One of them landed over here. There we go. Which is pretty funny. Of all the things to be referenced in this game, I wasn't expecting 420. Right, there should be... Oh my god, there's one of you again. Oh god, you can hit me through that platform, can't you? Jeez. Oh my god, okay, that's becoming too risky. I want the geo, though. Don't believe that door there can be opened. This one can't either. Okay, it's just that one for now. Oh my god, hello, there's a lot of you. Down here, I'm thinking is not where I want to be going. Yeah, I know what this is. Not where I want to be going today. So, this room is quite important. There is something up there, but unfortunately, with my meager jump, I cannot make it. However, there's quite a crucial sequence break here. If you pogo off that, and you do it a little better than I did, you can actually get up there without a main upgrade. And up there, if I pull up the map, is where one of the Dreamers is waiting. I'm going to be doing it legit, though, on this playthrough. I don't want to be doing too many sequence breaks like that. Plus, I find getting up there without that item quite annoying, and honestly, without that item, and a few of the items that that item leads to, I would struggle with the boss up there. It's one of the harder ones in the game. I've tried to do it without, and I just had a really awful time. Is there anything up here? I don't think there's anything too important up here, no. Just some enemies. Ah, goddammit, I didn't see you there. And hitting that lever connects both sides of the City of Tears. I can now fully explore the area. I'm back at the fountain. Which means it's time to go and see Lem. Unfortunately, it's not time to go and see the Nailsmith, because I don't believe I've actually picked up any of the ore that I need. No, I've not. More money, though. That's always nice. I won't complain about that. Right, I'm going to take a drink before I talk to Lem, because there's going to be a lot of dialogue. A Wanderer's Journal. You've a knack for finding these. Corpses must be frequent on your journey. No doubt your nails created many more. Another Wanderer's Journal, eh? This journal is of traditional stone type. Text endures well upon it. In its declining age, this city switched from stone to parchment woven of spider's silk. It's a small tragedy, but the moisture in these towers has rendered most of those texts illegible. Right, if you live in a constantly wet city, why would you make stuff out of a material that will degrade in water. That's really dumb. A Wanderer's Journal. Have you heard that saying about stone journals? If danger lurks close by and your nail has dulled with wear, just swing your journal at your foes with blunt and deadly flair. It's a good one, isn't it? And accurate. They sure have a heft to them. What's that? A Wanderer's Journal? I have so many of these now. Once I get around to deciphering them, I'll be the preeminent scholar on Hallownest Dead. Yep, that's another Hallownest seal, alright. The shop will be overflowing with these things soon. Gah! I'd never have guessed so many would still be lying around. If they're as common as you make them seem, maybe I've been offering too much for them. Another Hallownest seal. Pass it over then. Okay, I think I've exhausted his dialogue on the Hallownest seals. You're a talented collector, alright. The best I've met. If you keep at it, I worry I'll run out of space in the shop. Looks like you don't have any relics on you. If you manage to find any in good condition, bring them to me, and I'll give you a fair amount of geo for them. Okay, right. That is all that Lem can do for me right now, but while I'm here in the City of Tears and while I have a key, it's time to open up the way to the next area that I'd like to go to. A mechanism with a simple keyhole. Use a simple key. Yeah, it's a manhole. Welcome to the Royal Waterways. A much nicer way of saying, welcome to the city's sewers. This area is kind of disgusting, and I kind of love it. There's a lot of really weird, creepy enemies like these guys. They act differently depending on which way they're facing, and when you hit them, they will flip over. Now, there's not really music down here, but I think they did the ambience quite well. There's a nice echo to the place that makes it feel like you are in a big metal pipe, which is quite cool. Are they still called manholes if they aren't made for humans? That is a good question. That is quite an existential question that I've not really thought about that much. Let's call them bug holes. I think that's a better name for them. Right, I do believe I might have missed something, actually. Let me just, go back up and towards the left. Towards the right, sorry. I'm going left right now. Believe there's something over this way. Oh my god, these guys. I love these guys. When you hit them, they just turn into massive balloons. Oh, dear. And then they just float about the place. They're so weird looking. Also, they have a really good name as well. Let me just pull up the Hunter's Journal. Remind myself what they're called. They're called Quirmps. I love them. Ah, here we go. This is Tuck. Don't take something if it isn't yours. That's the law. Everything you see, it belongs to me. Don't be angry. I'll share my food with you if you give me geo. So, I think literally about half an hour ago, I was talking about a renewable source of rancid eggs. This is your renewable source. The food that you purchased off him is rancid eggs. So, if you're ever in need and you can't get your shade back, just come see Tuck. He'll give you an egg, and then you can take it to Gigi, and it'll be fine. Isn't the Hunter's face the same as one of the Dreamers? I don't believe so, no. Actually, yeah, it is. It's quite similar to Hera the Beast. It's possible that they're the same species of bug. Let's grab some money before I leave this area. Don't want to go too far down. Yeah, I think I've gone too far down. I do have some sad news about Tuck, though. If you're playing the Steel Soul mode, rancid eggs don't really have their main use. Confessor Gigi gets swapped out for a character called Steel Soul Jin, and he will just buy eggs off you, so you're able to get a bit more money in Steel Soul than you would otherwise. However, that would present a problem if Tuck was still around, because you'd essentially have a source of infinite money. So, in Steel Soul, you don't find Tuck. They don't just remove him, though. You find his corpse. It's, yeah, poor Tuck. He didn't deserve that. Alright, there is a bench very crudely drawn on the wall there. Just want to check there's nothing. Yeah, I think this just links back up with the Whorps. Okay, right. Let's go to the left here. Hello. Lot of worms this way. Let's thread the needle a little bit between them. Hey, would you look at that? Map pages. Corniford's nearby. Oh god, these guys, right. I'm gonna mute so that you can listen to the noises that these things make, because they are disturbing. I really don't like those enemies. They're basically like maggot worm things, and then you cut them in two, and both halves come to life. It's, yeah, this place is gross. They're also very fast. It can be quite hard to hit them when they're rushing at you. Cornifer, you are somewhere around here. Not sure that you're up this way, though. Oh my god, hello. You don't like this, don't you, Sam? I wonder why not. Oh, hello. Oh, God. Right, there's another rancid egg here. Thank you. I think I might have gone past Cornifer. So I'm going to quickly head back to that lower route. Because I would like the map. This area is quite easy to get lost in. I'm just going to leave the Whorp be. Oh my god, no. There's too many of them. Alright, some money up here. And another page from Cornifer. Don't want to fall down because I'm not sure if there's an easy way back up. Hold on. Does this link back up with where I was? I think it does, yeah. Hold on. Gonna try and do some fancy platforming here. There we go. Because I do hear a pickup of some kind. I think it's a mask shard or a vessel fragment. Just gotta remember where it is. I don't really remember. It might be below me, actually. I hear you, Cornifer. Where are you hiding, buddy? You're not up there. Oh, dear God. These guys are fun, but they can get out of hand very quickly if you hit too many of them at once. Right, that's opened the way forward. Hey, corner for our old buddy, old pal. How you doing? Ho ho, aren't these waterways thrilling? A labyrinth of pipes and tunnels. I couldn't have asked for a better place to employ my talents. It's all so orderly, so considered. Nothing like the crude irregularity of those caverns. Ah, but so sad. My trunk is telling me those fungal wastes are close, and I sense my damp adventure may have reached its end. Guess I'll be calling this map done. I will take the map, thank you. Right, since the fungal wastes are close, I think it might be time for a quick revisit. Because, yes, we have another one of those connections that they didn't need to add. But they did, because the areas got close to each other anyway, so you might as well. To show where in the fungal waste I am, I'm going to head up this way quickly. Because over this way is Mantis Village. This is the bench that's at the bottom of Mantis Village. Again, I do love these little connections between areas. It makes the world feel more real, and it opens up so many more routes through the game. There's a very distressed looking bug over there. Let's go see if I can help her out. But first... Oh my god, it's Sans. This is the Dash Master Charm. Basically, it allows you to dash more often, it will come off cooldown quicker, and you can also dash in different directions. I don't really like this one. I find being able to dash upwards more of a detriment than a help. It's never really needed, and I just always accidentally do it at bad times. Secret passageway here, though. And a lot of our little mushroom friends. The ones that killed me on my Steel Soul run. I do love them, though, so I'll forgive them. They make funny noises. Alright, let's drop down here. There we go. Ooh, got some careful platforming here. And here we go. Oh, please, don't leave me behind. You forgot about me. I knew you would. Everyone always forgets about me. Oh, who are you? Your face, you're so... I'm sorry, I got lost. I don't know how I ended up here. You came here to rescue me? Bretta? The girl that everyone just ignores? Sorry, when I look at your face, I just can't believe you came all the way down here to rescue me. I didn't think anybody... Sorry, thank you. I'd better go. Back to town, I'd better get home. Thank you. It's nice to see someone so appreciative of the things I do for them. This is Bretta. She's sweet. She's also part of one of the more interesting bits of side content in this game. I'll just say that. I won't elaborate too much. While I'm here, though, I'm going to swap around my charms and put on Dash Master. Because, as I've said many times, I would like to show off all charms at least once. Let's pop it on. It's worth 2, so let's go for... Since I'm going through the waterways, I'm going to get hit a lot, so we'll have Grub Song. And I would like Wayward Compass, just so I can see where I'm actually going. Because, yeah, it's very easy to get lost in the waterways. It's quite a labyrinthian area. Where was the entrance again? I think it was down, wasn't it? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so you can't dash upwards. I was mistaken about that. You can dash downwards, though, which probably has some very niche uses, but it's not something that I would find much use out of. I don't think I've ever actually used this charm before. Hence my mistake about being able to dash upwards. Right, there is still that mask shard here, or vessel fragment, that I want to find. How many mask shards do I actually have? I know I've got 2 vessel fragments. None. Okay. Right, I assume it must be below me then. Yeah, there it is. Nice. The first of 4. Okay, this part is really annoying because you are very vulnerable while you're in the water. Because you have to jump to attack, and jumping, yeah, puts you at risk of getting hit. I'm going to retreat for now. The key is to just do really short hops here and dash, and just move through this area as quickly as you can. Oh, God. There we go, that wasn't too bad. Okay, more water. Not really ideal. I hear something beating. Yes, there's a rancid egg here. Nice. That is one thing I do really like about this game. There's always a sound cue when a collectible is nearby. The sound design in this game is just really, really good. But being able to hear collectibles like that makes it easier to not miss them. And it kind of encourages you to look around the area and see what's going on. One thing I've not pointed out, though, you will notice that my guy is holding a little light bulb. This is because I've got the Lumafly lantern. You can come down here without it, but you're going to have an awful time. I hear a grub. Hold on. Yeah, there's a breakable wall here. Hello, Mr. Grub. Are you real? Home? Yes, you are real. Go home, little buddy. Say hi to your brothers and sisters for me. Right. Let's descend further into the sewers. And let's not think about all of this disgusting water that I've been swimming in. Okay, this room is definitely quite a bit of a maze. I always get lost here, can never remember which way I need to be going. And there's lots of these things in it. I do hear a rancid egg beating somewhere. Okay, I've gone past it. It might be below me, or it might be up here. It's probably not up here. Okay, that loops back round to the start. Oh, hello. Yeah, they will just throw themselves off ledges. They have no sense of self-preservation. They are called flukes. They are, yeah, there's a few different varieties of flukes. They're all disgusting. They're all just maggots, basically. It's not pleasant. Oh, Jesus, hell, hello. Wasn't ready for that. Oh my god. That was awful. Oh, thank god for Descending Dark. That did a nice amount of damage to them. Okay, these things are flukes as well, I believe. They're also disgusting. Right, I need more soul. I want to go down there. You're going to be my soul farm. Actually, do I want to go down this way yet? No, I don't think I do, actually. I think this is leading to something optional that I don't think I want to do yet. Yeah, that's the rancid egg. Maybe I did want to go down there. What's down below here? I hear one of those exploding enemies. Oh, I don't remember what this is. Oh, no. Yes, I think I do, actually. Is this... Yeah, I don't think I want to be going down here yet. Oh, dear. Yeah, I definitely don't want to be going down there yet. Lots of acid down there. Not fun. Although, actually, that might be the way. That's the problem with this area, is it all looks the same, and there's just so many different tunnels. It can be quite hard to keep it all straight in your head. Okay, this is this room. Oh, hello. Okay, here we go. This is where I want to be going. Do you hear that very jolly sounding guy? Just don't think about what all of this brown stuff is. Anyway, we're about to see, quite possibly, my favourite boss in this game. I'm going to mute, and I'm going to let both the music and the voice acting just paint the picture for you, because this boss is amazing.
Mera, mera, ako! Rumas! Doma, 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 doma. Oi, mama.
I fucking love the Dung Defender. I love his music. It's so upbeat and cheerful and valiant. And he's just such a cheerful guy. I love all the happy noises he makes. He's so fun. So, last time, we heard some lore about the 5 great knights of the kingdom. The Dung Defender here is one of those great knights. Yeah. He used to have glistening white armor, but he spent so much time swimming in shit that it's been stained. The goo was actually a little bit darker. The Dung Defender is not infected. So, those hits and stuff that were coming off him, that wasn't infection goo. That was shit. Hey, Karkis. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? What a time to come in. I just love the Dung Defender. He's just not a serious boss fight at all, and yet he's one of the most important figures in the game's lore. He's just such a happy guy. I love him. This charm that I've got off him is quite an interesting one. I'm going to hold off on explaining what it does until I can actually equip it, because it's a little bit weird. It's a weird charm, this one. A literal shit stain. Yes, he is. Well, not him, but his clothes have literal shit stains. Right, so let's get some acid flowing through the area. I believe there's a hidden... Yeah, here we go. So, we can descend into the home of the Dung Defender. It's all made out of shit. And he's made a statue of the king out of shit. And there's a king's idol there. The King's Idol is the 3rd selling item, so it's basically worth more than the Hallownest Seal and the Wondrous Journal. We also have this room with statues of the 5 knights. Obviously, this one is the Dung Defender. This one over here looks very similar to the False Knight. There was also that statue of the False Knight outside of the city. But the False Knight, the name obviously says, is a False Knight. The False Knight is a maggot who killed one of the 5 great knights while he was sleeping and stole his armor. Why he did that? We'll find out. The other 3 knights, we'll be seeing them eventually. I believe all of them do appear in the game at some point. None of them are alive, besides the Dung Defender, but they all will appear. Right, I don't think I want to go that way. I think I want to go... Just trying to remember where I go. I think I'll go back down now. And back into the waterways. Now that I've flipped that acid lever, I think the main route for this area has opened up. And I think it's that room where I said no once I saw all of the acid. Yeah, I'm very tempted to make a Dung Defender sound redeem. Because I'm going to need one to replace the Subnautica one once I'm done with Subnautica. And I think the Dung Defender is the perfect choice. I just don't know which of his sound clips I want to play. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, I need to be more careful. There we go. Okay, there's still one down there. I really don't like this room. I'm learning that. Oh my god. Hey! Thank you for the raid, Googs! How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Let me give you a quick shout out. Honestly, Googs, I didn't realise that you streamed. I will have to go check you out at some point. There we go. You were playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I hope you had a great time. How was your stream? Welcome, Dust the Sylveon. Thank you for coming along with the raid. How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. So, if you don't know who I am, my name is Ben, or Ben98. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch, currently playing through Hollow Knight, one of my favourite games of all time. We've just passed what I would consider the halfway mark of the story, but the story is only a tiny bit of the content in this game, so there's still plenty to go. You didn't realise there were 6 Black Ops games. Yeah, neither did I. That is news to me. I think the last one that I was aware of was Black Ops 3. Right, I can't go... Yes, I can. I can Crystal Dash. There's crystals there as a hint. Now that the acid is lowered, I can go through here. I believe this would have all been fully submerged if I'd come here before fighting the Dung Defender. The 5th one wasn't numbered. Oh, that's a bit confusing. Doing good. There's some variety today. Start with some Minecraft. Oh, I love Minecraft. Adds a mod that adds Undertale. That's pretty fun. And then hop to some Emerald Rogue. I'm not sure what that is. And then ended with some COD. Nice. That sounds like you had a pretty good stream. Okay, I hear a rancid egg beating somewhere. Oh my god. Yeah, these guys are a lot more dangerous with the acid around. There's the beating egg. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, it's Pokemon Emerald Rogue. It's a roguelike ROM hack. Oh, that sounds fun. I love Pokemon Emerald. That was my first video game ever. I might have to check that out at some point. See, this is the great thing about streaming and building communities. You find out about all these games and ROM hacks and mods and stuff that you didn't know existed. It allows you to expand your gaming horizons. What's this? Only those who prove their honor in combat might enter the grove beyond the Defender. Right, so this is the area that the Dung Defender was defending. Don't want to go that way just yet. Want to go this way instead. Hello. There is a city guard down here. There's 2 of them down here. God, I'm getting quite thirsty. I feel like in games that aren't Xenoblade, I always forget to drink. Because they're so much more action-focused, so I'm just concentrating on playing the game. Whereas Xenoblade just has a lot of downtime and a lot of dialogue, and a lot of stuff that I can do one-handed so I can drink. What was I doing for the 22 years before that? Well, for a lot of it, I wasn't alive. Planning a big playthrough series that I might like, or might be Pikmin related. Ooh. I do like some Pikmin. Well, I more than like Pikmin. I love Pikmin. Is there anything up here? No? Okay, that's a bit odd. Ah, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. So we have a bit of a secret tunnel here. And let's mute for a bit, because someone's having a lot of fun upstairs. Why are there so many sus voice clips in this game? This is Eternal Emilitia. Ah, what a surprise. It's not often I receive visitors. It's been so long. Ages even. I just hope my manners haven't left me. You've no doubt sensed my affluence. You're right to guess I'm renowned amongst the upper caste of Hallownest. Well, I was, once, until those cretins cast me out. Have you met them, my former fellows? That's them outside, their bodies shambling around all mindless and empty, and I'm still alive to witness their pathetic demise. I'm just so happy. Fate can be a wonderful thing. Well, you seem lovely. No doubt this one will meet its demise at the nails of the city's guards. I'll outlive you too, little grub, as I did all the others. But yeah, this connects the waterways back to the main room of the City of Tears. And I'm going to go back to the waterways, because I'm not done down there. She's recalling a funny joke. Well, it does seem that way. Her laugh, though, does sound, yeah. Okay, right, let's go see what the Dung Defender was defending. Two of you guys, apparently. Oh my god, that's 2 raids in a row. Hold on. Hey, Hasay, how are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the raid. Let's get a shout out going for you. What were you streaming? How was your stream? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Ben. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. Currently streaming through Hollow Knight, one of my favourite games of all time. Just showing off to my chat why this game is so amazing. Yeah, 2 raids in a row. That is fun. Double raid. That might be my first ever double raid. It's never happened to me. I don't think I've ever had more than 1 raid in a stream. I could be misremembering that, actually. Just finished the Spyro collection. Oh, what, the remakes? Oh, I have not played Spyro in years. I think I've only ever played one of the PS2 ones. Hopefully you enjoyed them. I've heard that they're pretty solid remakes of some very solid games. Oh, that's a combat arena. Let's just check the upper path first. Don't think I can go that way yet. The visuals are really nice in the remakes. Stopped and just looked at the visuals a few times. I love games where you can do that, where you can just really appreciate how they look. Hey, thank you for the follow, Soul Nuggy 1907. That is really appreciated. Welcome to the stream. If you came with one of the raids, thank you for coming along. Way to waste a spell there. Oh dear, oh dear. It's all falling apart. There we go. The raid woke you up. You came with Hasai. Well, thank you for coming across, and welcome back to the waking world. I hope you had a good nap. Okay, right. Welcome to a sub-area of the Royal Waterways. This is Isma's Grove. There's plant life growing down here. In the sewers. Somehow, life finds a way. I suppose it makes sense, though. Shit is a good fertilizer, and there's a lot of it down here. Anyway, Isma is a third of the 5 Great Knights. She's dead, and her friend, the Dung Defender, made this place to honour her. Which I think is really sweet. And she holds the next main upgrade, Isma's Tear. Acid shall be repelled. Swim in acidic waters without coming to any harm. So yeah, it's possible to just swim in acid now, which is pretty cool. You speak of this as if I've played it before. I have, yeah. I've played this game many times. Like I said, it's one of my favourite games of all time. I do tend to prefer streaming games that I have played before just because I'm more familiar with them. And a grub as well. Be free, my little friend. Right, that links back up with the main path. What was over on the other side of the grove? You was watching Hussein, and suddenly, Hollow Knight. Well, it's a good thing to wake up to. Maybe now that I'm finally streaming it, Silksong will come out. I did keep asking Hornet about it, but she kept running away. I don't think she appreciated the questions. There was some actual Silksong news this year, yeah. It was in the Switch 2 Direct, and it was confirmed that it is coming out this year. Whether that be late this year or soon is yet to be revealed. But yeah, I am very excited for Silksong. It feels like it's been an eternity since it was revealed. As long as they didn't lie to us like Xbox did, that is true. Yeah, that whole situation was really unfortunate. The Hollow Knight devs got a lot of flack for that, but it wasn't really their fault. Yeah, summer or early autumn sounds about right. I'm kind of vibing with September. My gut is saying September, but we'll see if I'm right. Alright, I believe there's another pathway in this area that I've not taken before. Well, I've taken it on a previous playthrough, but not taken it on this one. Just got to find where it begins. I can't exactly remember. Locking in late September through October to take advantage of the spooky vibes. Yeah, I could see that. That's a good prediction. You woke up to rain. Ooh, I love sleeping when it's raining. Just the noises of the rain while I'm sleeping, it's so relaxing. Okay, I think the path that I want might actually be up here. Just gotta deal with the cramps. There we go. No, that is a rancid egg. That is not a path. I think there's a path up here. Because there's a different extra tunnel out of here than just the one that leads to Emelita. I just can't remember where it starts. It might be one way. I might not be able to access it from this side. Yeah, thinking about it, I don't think I can. I think that's where this room leads. You have no idea what is happening. Well, just go along with the ride, really. You'll learn as we go. Will it be the 21st night of September is the question. Well, it better be. Maybe that song was a foreshadowing for the Silksong release all along. I think you've cracked the code. I think you've figured it out. Well done, Goog. You're a genius. Yeah, unfortunately, all you raiders were quite poorly timed. You missed the Dung Defender. And the Dung Defender is amazing. Alright, speaking of, I think his arena is probably the quickest way to get out of here. Why are the cute floaty skyshi turning into murderous vape clouds? Basically, they're like bug pufferfish. So when you hit them, they get scared. Dung Defender stinky. Well, yeah, you would be stinky if you spent all of your day in shit as well. Right, I'm not sure what I really want to do for the rest of stream, actually. Getting to the Waterways and beating the Dung Defender was the point of the game that I wanted to reach today. But I still have 40 minutes of stream to go, so it feels like a little bit too early to cut it short. So, I suppose I could start working my way towards the first dreamer. Because now that I have Isma's tier, I can actually get there. Just need to get myself out of the sewers first. Here we go. Here's his arena. Stinky, but also taller. That's what manure is for, isn't it? Exactly. It's a great fertilizer. Not that I really know anything about gardening. I've never had my own garden. My parents have had a garden, but it's never been mine. I mean, I was allowed to go in it. You know? It wasn't some, like, horrific childhood where they're like, you can't go outside. Not that I really wanted to go outside that much. I was definitely an indoors kid. Your garden grows really well. It's just too bad it's all weeds. Well, it's better than nothing. Okay, right. Up this way, we have a very big shaft that connects up to this City of Tears. As you can tell by these really annoying enemies being here. You've just been binge-watching Clarkson's Farm. Oh, I didn't realise that that was still going. I've not watched that myself, but a friend of mine does, and he raves about it all the time. You hear weed sells for a lot of money. Yeah. Maybe not talking about the same kind of weed there. Season 4 came out, like, just last week. Awesome. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Outdoors is where you can't see your DS screen properly. Exactly. And who wants that? Not me. Right, I'm going to take a very quick break. I need to blow my nose, and I don't have any tissues in this room, so I will be, I don't know, like 2 minutes.
I love refrigerators. Right, there we go. I'm back. While I was blowing my nose, I had a bit of a think about what I want to do next. I could go for the first streamer. It's very doable right now, but I don't know if I can get there and beat it in 35 minutes. So instead, I'm quickly going to head to Dirtmouth, take care of some things there, and then I think I want to go to Greenpath. Because from there, I can reach a completely optional area. And I feel like going there to finish off the stream would be pretty fun. And I'm pretty sure I can do most of the things there with my current set of abilities. Hey, look who it is! It's Bretta. My saviour
So close. You just noticed that you woke up pretty close to a normal person's bedtime. Ah, it's fine. Sleep when you want. Who is anyone to tell you when you're allowed to sleep? Okay, I have a few charms that I would like to show off. Well, one charm, Defender's Crest. So basically, as the crest describes, it causes the bearer to emit a heroic odor. Basically, it makes you smell a shit. And people will react to the smell. Can you smell something? There's suddenly a horrid stench in the air. I swear the town usually smells much nicer than this. Please accept my humble apology. It's not your fault, Elderbug. To descend into that ruin, why? Things are so much simpler up here. Right, so this stench, I believe, damages enemies. So I just want to go and quickly test that theory. Yeah, ever so slightly. It's just real chip damage. It's not really worth it. However, now that I have this charm, I can actually start talking about charm combos, because one of the ones that I'm aware of involves this charm. Basically, when you have multiple charms equipped, sometimes, some of them, their effects will combine and do new things. So if I combine Spore Shroom and Defender's Crest, I can fart. It's 9:30 PM where you are. Yeah, here too. We're in the same time zone. Am I some kind of bug too? Yes, the night here is indeed a bug. Right, what charm? Actually, I'm going to head over to Sly's store.
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Hey, thank you for the follow, the Hollow Knight. That is really appreciated. Okay, right. I have one more vessel fragment needed until I get a full vessel. So yes, please. I will take that. I'm now able to store a little bit more soul. Then I would like to buy the Elegant Key. I'll be using that the next time I'm in the City of Tears. I would like to buy these two charms as well. Heavy Blow and Sprint Master. So Sprint Master here is a DLC charm. It was added in, I believe, the Grim Troop DLC, which is the second of the 4 DLC packs. At the end of the day, we're all bugs. Yes, we are. Right, so I'm going to equip Sprint Master and Heavy Blow. So basically, Heavy Blow will knock enemies back further when you hit them, and Sprint Master will allow you to run further. And I'm also going to put Mark of... Not further, faster, sorry. I'm also going to put Mark of Pride on. I guess I'll understand how dumb your stream schedule is, but also why it has to be this way. Your streams start at 10:30 or 11 because American mod and Australian mod and no mods from your time zone. Yeah, that's kind of awkward. But needs must, I suppose. Okay, right. Now that Bretta is here, her house has opened up. Fun fact, Bretta blushes if you sit long enough on the bench. I forgot that she did, yeah. I will see if I can show that off. So in her house, she's made a plushie of the knight. That's so cute. She also has a mask shard, so I will be taking that. She also has a diary. The White Saviour. The Maiden... Well, not a diary. A book that she's written about us. The White Saviour. The maiden woke in darkness. Confused, she reached out. Sharp brambles jabbed at all sides. Burning acid bumbled close below. What nightmare had led her here? What hope of survival remained? Doomed, she thought herself, and to despair she fell, until a light bloomed far in the distance. A bright glowing spot fast approaching. It swept majestic about the thorns, leapt above burning waters and dove towards the maiden. Coming close, the form revealed at last a beautiful being, sharp horns gleaming white. Arms reached out for the damsel, gathering her up, grip firm. Okay, there's no more to that. She really likes us now. A fanfic is the term I'm looking for. Yeah, I suppose it is a fanfic. Oh, I was going to see if she could blush, wasn't I? She did make a cute sound. Oh, there we go. That's adorable. Okay, right. Back into the ruin. Let's go to Green Path. There's also quite a lot of optional stuff that I can do in Green Path now. But I think I'm going to hold off on that now and prioritize going to this new optional area. Perhaps I'll start next stream with the optional stuff in Green Path, and then head towards the first streamer after that. That sounds like a good plan of action, I think. Bugs don't have blood. This girl is so obsessed with you, she defied the laws of nature. Amazing. I wish someone would be that obsessed with me in real life, but it's a fantasy for a reason. It's never going to happen. I have to be the change I want to see in the world. I'll just become obsessed with myself. Mosquitoes have blood, though it may not be their own. I think you maybe don't actually want that. No, I do. Considering where that quest ends up leading, yeah, I want that. Because it's amazing. Right, up this way, and then... not that way. Believe there is somewhere... Oh, dear. Somewhere that I can wall jump. Just got to remember where it is. Is it down here? This is where the boulders were. Yeah, here we go. I hear a grub. I see a grub. Just make sure that she isn't a mantis. Oh, she's definitely not. We've seen mantises. We've already seen them. They were much, much earlier in the game. We earn their respect. We beat them in battle. Have fun with that, Ben. Hopefully it won't take you too long. Welcome to the Howling Cliffs. So this area isn't really within Hallownest itself. It's basically the area just at the edge of the bounds of the kingdom. If you try to go this way, eventually, the wind will prevent you from going on. Let's climb up the cliffs. There's quite a lot to find here. First of all, there is an essence tree. So let's collect this. This is one of the bigger essence trees, I believe. There's quite a lot of essence here. Hello. Oh, ads. Oof. Have fun. I really should have Gathering Swarm equipped. There's going to be a lot of Geo flying about all over the place. I'm going to be dropping a lot of it. Turns out the real outside of the kingdom was the friends we made along the way. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. These blasted plains stretch never-ending. There is no world beyond. Those foolish enough to traverse this void must pay the toll and relinquish the precious mind this kingdom grants. So, this is an interesting bit of lore about this game.
the king himself is what provides the bugs with sentience. Once you wander outside of the kingdom, that goes away and you forget who you are. Now, what's interesting to note is that our little bug, our knight, came from beyond the kingdom. He was outside when the game began. You're back. Where are we? We are climbing up an area called the Howling Cliffs, which is on the edge of the kingdom. What is this outside that everyone is talking about? We're here right now. It's very bleak looking, isn't it? God, there is a lot of essence here. I think I might have missed some. You'll stay inside. Wise move. Oh my god, I keep falling down. Hello, Cornifer. Enjoying the bracing air? We're quite close to Hallownest borders and those desolate plains that surround it. In this direction, I'm about as far as I'm willing to go, though it's been a pleasant change from the tight confines of the caverns. I've drawn out a small map for the area. It's a simple one and more for completion, really. Not knowing the full extent of a region can be quite frustrating. I'll take the map, thank you. How are we doing? Just had some stuff to take care of. I am still doing very well, thank you, Goog. I hope the stuff you were taking care of has gone smoothly. Just exploring the Howling Cliffs as a way to kill time and finish off the stream, basically. Because you can kind of do this at any point after you get the Mantis Claw, but it makes sense to do it earlier on because you do get some good stuff from coming here. Well, one good thing in particular that I want from here. Oh my god, if I can actually stop falling down the area. Okay, some more essence there. Thank you, I will use your sword valiantly. Your guy is so informative at all times. Protect him at all costs. I see more essence, or did I imagine it? No, I imagined it. Okay, I didn't miss one. Nice. So even though I've gone to all the trouble of climbing to the top of the area, I'm going back down because there's some optional rooms that I'd like to go into. Have I seen the Pikmin randomizers that people do? I have. I'm not confident in my skills. So, yeah, I don't know if I'll be trying one anytime soon. Okay, that loops back around from somewhere, I think. Ow. Yeah, get fucked. Are you gonna do it as well? You're gonna jump? Oh god, no, you're gonna make me fall in instead. Yeah, it's very dark down here. It's not related at all to the thing you were asking about earlier. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I do want to try out some Pikmin ROM hacks at some point. There are a few of them that look quite fun. And any excuse to play more Pikmin, really. I'll take it. Okay, there's clearly some lifeblood around here. The butterflies are starting to show up. What an oddly specific thing to specify. Alright, I'll take the soul. And then I think this connects back up to earlier in the area. Yeah, so that's a bit of a shortcut there. Nice. Oh, this room. This room is gorgeous. Look at all these blue butterflies. Another charm. Joni's Blessing. This is quite an interesting charm. So basically what it does is it gives you a lot more health, but the catch is that it's lifeblood health. So if you take damage, you won't be able to heal it. So it's a bit of a risk versus reward, double-edged sword kind of thing. You can take more hits, but you can't heal. It's not something I'm particularly fond of using, but I can see why people would enjoy this one. Ah, I see you bear my blessing. I can't remember giving it, but my memory has been a little lacking of late. This is Joni. Joni's a ghost because Joni is dead. You just don't understand how to play Picky 3. Like, there is no good gamepad option available, so... is it base game? Is it, like, original Pikmin 3 they're playing, then? Or is it, I suppose if it was deluxe, the gamepad wouldn't really be an option. A problem. Did she forget she is dead? Yeah, so it is kind of a thing that a lot of the ghosts don't realise that they're dead. I believe the Dream Warriors do after you beat them, but the regular ghosts, for the most part, just don't. Ow. Yeah, it's a regular Pikmin 3. I suppose the Wii U is easier to hack than the Switch. Right, there should be another room down... Not there. Actually, that might be a breakable wall. No, it's not. Okay, there's a room here. Oh, right. Okay, this is this room. I'm going to leave this alone for now. I don't want to get started on this stuff just yet. But remember that it's here. It's going to be very important later on. Was there one more room to the side, or was that it? I think that might be it, because I'm getting close towards the bottom now. Yeah, I've basically gone all the way down. Lovely. You might not have prior Pikmin experience. Oh, you should definitely play... I would say play the games normally first before you experiment with ROM hacks. ROM hacks are fun. But it's good to get the proper intended experience before you experiment with them, I would say. Right, here we are at the top of the cliffs. Few more things to do here. First of all, down here, I believe, is not what I was looking for, but I might as well grab it while I'm here. You had a buddy who played Pikmin ROM hacks. Every time he tried, it had some sort of major glitch. If it's a ROM hack of Pikmin 1, I know the GameCube and especially the Wii versions can be quite glitchy, so that could possibly be why. Here we go. Someone's living up here.
And they have a bench too. Nice. This is our first nail master, Matto. Well met. Yes, I thought I could sense the aura of a fierce warrior approaching. I'm impressed you found my sanctuary here at the top of the world. No doubt you've endured many trials and overcome many foes in your quest to find me. No, don't speak a word. I, Nail Master Matto, who was taught the art of the nail by the great nail sage himself, hereby accept you as my pupil. Let us begin the lesson immediately. So, nail arts are basically like super powerful attacks that you can do with your nail. You charge them by holding Y, and then you apply a direction to pick between the nail arts. There are 3 of them in the game. This is the first one that I've acquired, the Cyclone Slash. It's basically the spin attack from Zelda. Your form. Exquisite. Now I know how my own master felt when he passed down his teachings to us. I hope you don't think me too forward when I say that I consider you to be my child. Yes, when I saw you perform my nail art, I felt a bond between us suddenly flash into existence. You honor me beyond words, my pupil. Thank you. And of course we bow to him. So the nail arts don't really cost anything to use. It doesn't take that long to charge them. But I'm really bad at not using them. They are very powerful and worth using, but I always just forget that I have them. So, Cyclone Slash. Yeah, it's basically... it's the spin attack. It's quite powerful. And if you can do it in the air, you'll kind of fall down and do a ton of damage to the enemies you're going past. It's quite a fun one to use. Just pretend that didn't happen. Okay, I believe there's one more major thing to do in this area. Over this way, I think. Ow. What didn't happen? Exactly. You're getting it. No, I've gone past him. Okay. I think he's up here, isn't he? Yeah, here we go. Our second warrior dream. This is one that gets memed on a lot by the community. They love this guy. This is Gorb. I am Gorb. Bow. Bow, 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 bow to Gorb. The great mind. I am Gorb. Ascend, ascend. Ascend, ascend, ascend with Gorb. Gorb is the easiest of the warrior dreams. He's just quite easy to deal with. It's all about positioning, really. He makes some weird noises. Okay. We're about a third of the way through the fight. You know, I'm going to try and hit him with a nail art. Okay, that didn't quite go to plan. Got him, nice. Okay. Into the final third of the fight. Little bit more tricky now. Oh, ow. Got him, nice. Oh, they got Gorb in this? I know. I can't believe they actually got him. Yeah, he does make some fun sounds. I am Gorb. The great mind, the pain. Ascend, ascend. I am... And he's gone. Just like that. As quickly as he came. Right, I believe that is everything here in the Howling Cliffs. I don't think there's anything too major left here. So, I think it's time to start heading towards the right and towards the end of the area. Let me just quickly check. Yep, that is Matto. Okay, yeah. So, these lamps, these light posts, might look a little bit familiar, because we've seen them before. If you were here for the first stream anyway, because if I jump off this cliff... Welcome to where the game began. You can loop back round and come back here. It's like a full circle moment. I think that's really cool. The Howling Cliffs isn't exactly a remarkable area. It's very grey, it's very dull. But it's an interesting place in the lore with some cool implications. It talks about what's beyond the kingdom. And then it loops back round to the start of the game in a really cool way. There's also a hidden area here. So if you want to, you can wall jump all the way back up to the Howling Cliffs. I'm not going to go that way, though. I don't think there's anything actually important here, and I would prefer to go back to Dirtmouth. You don't recognise the lamppost on the cliff. That was because you were not here during that first stream. That'll be why. Are brainworms normally psychic? Or is Gorb just cool like that? Gorb is just cool like that. Gorb is beyond regular brainworms. I thought I could get over that. I guess not. Doesn't take too much longer. Yeah, I'm glad I got to show off the Howling Cliffs. I didn't know when I was going to fit that in, but it worked out quite nicely, timing-wise. A young couple's just recently taken up residence in the house beside the station. Seems they're running a map shop, which may excite adventurous types like yourself. She's a tall bug, the wife. I told them to take a larger house, especially given they're all empty, but they like the look of that one. The way she has to bend just to get through the door, I wouldn't put up with it myself. But what about that room that I didn't do? What room? I did all of the rooms. Oh, Bretta's gone to bed. She's now painted me and put it on the wall. White Wanderer, don't be shy. Cold outside. Bed is soft. Yeah, maybe not. The White Saviour returns. Long had they remained apart, and the village, once so warm, now grew cold. The maiden felt the well of grief. It gripped fierce about her lonely shell. And suddenly, as though her tragic state was sensed, the Saviour returned, standing tall, glowing bright. Below shining horns, eyes welled black, glistening, eyes only for the maiden long missed, long desired. Her saviour leaned close, sat beside, perfectly composed. In that charged, breathless moment, not a word needed to be spoken. The maiden's shell felt suddenly tight, her claws curled. No glance was shared, no claws touched, just perfect, aching love shared in silence together. Yeah, this is starting to get a little bit creepy. You thought you went into that one room. Oh, that room. Yeah. Yeah, that is not a room for today. That is a room for another day. I forgot that I went into that room. Sorry, Solnuggy, I didn't mean to doubt you. Right, okay. Not very long of stream left, but I do have 200 essence now, so let's quickly head over to the resting grounds and go see the seer. And then I think that will be a good spot to stop for today. You know nothing, you see nothing. Ah, Wilder, you've returned. Let me have a look at the dream nail. Ah, your dream nail holds over 200 essence. You're proving your talent in its collection. Have you seen that great door just outside?
My tribe closed it long ago and forbade its opening. But as far as I can tell, I'm the only member of my tribe still breathing. That means I needn't feel bad about breaking a taboo. As proof of my belief in you, I'll open the door. There, the door is open, and you can enter the glade beyond it. Listen closely in there, and you may hear the utterings of bugs long gone. So, this, when it loads, is the Spirit's Glade. Basically, it's a giant graveyard full of different bugs. Specifically, the ghosts of bugs. Every single bug in this area is a backer-designed NPC. This is basically just like a massive backer appreciation area. The bugs within this glade are under my watch. Treat them with respect and you may remain, but raise your nail and you'll contend with me. So, if you dream nail any ghosts in here, Rebek will try to kill you. So don't do it, it's not worth it. Buy my cookies, they're ever so tasty. Beware your own mind, little one. Twisted minds breed dark deeds, and mine was more twisted than most. I doubt it would be my end, but instead I found this glade, and with it a sort of peace. I used to help others. They were brought to me sick and dying. What difference did it make? Any victory against death will always be temporary. Don't fear, little creature. Though a violent rage once possessed me, the peaceful air in this place seems to keep it at bay. Are you a warrior, little one? A true warrior is one who can stand strong in the midst of a storm. I was once obsessed with power, though my time within this glade has shed me of such desire. What folly it was to ever crave such a vicious thing. Okay, right, back over to the left then. We're always left with reminders of the errors we've made. Let your mistakes not burden you, but serve as guideposts on where not to travel. Do you like my nails, little wanderer? I carry only 3, far less than legends may suggest. Still, each is sharper than the last, and I'd require only 1 to cut you down. Alright. Well, I'm dead and you're... No, you're dead and I'm not. Are you admiring my fabulous markings? I'm of a distinguished species, you see, though I've not seen another like me for the longest time. Are you enjoying your time in our glade? I'd offer advice, though to have made it here, you've obviously quite adept at navigating our world and its perils. Don't fear my rotting form. Though my body sheds and changes, my core remains the same. All of life's problems can be solved with crushing force. Such a simple mantra, and one I've always lived by. If you weren't so scrawny, I'd suggest you follow my example. Don't judge me by my appearance. Though my stature is small, I bear a dark soul and a tendency to go berserk in battle. Hark, fellow adventurer. Are you heading out into the world? I'd join you, but it's been so long. I fear I'd lose my head. Yeah, this guy, is holding his own head. You can see where it's been cut off. Watch out! I've an acidic touch and I wouldn't want you getting burned. It's a protection system of my kind, though something of a nuisance when it comes to meeting others. I'll see you soon, she said, though that was long ago. I wonder where she went. Ah, a wanderer. I've been many places and done a great many things, but I suspect you will outdo me by far. I've long ceased travelling the caverns of Hallownest, and I suspect they're now far more dangerous than in my journeys. Though with your capable air, I'm sure you'll do fine. Good luck. It's a vast world out there. I came from far away to reach this place. Though my shell may seem foreign, beneath it I am a bug the same as you. Okay, that's not all there is to this area though. First of all, there is an essence tree here, so I'm going to quickly grab this. You try to use your TV remote to turn on your Wii U. Yeah, I don't think it works like that. Ah, it's up there. That's where I want to go. I'll get the essence first. No, I've talked to you. I don't want to talk to you again. The Wii U gamepad is a TV remote, and it turns on the Wii U. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't work the other way around, though. As Ben has unfortunately found out. Ah, I missed one. God damn it. And that's all of them. Nice. Okay, right. Up here. Just need to climb a little bit higher. I think I can make it here now. I'm hoping that I can. Yeah, there we go. There is a weird-looking statue. And a king's idol. I believe if I dream nail this, maybe? I thought that's what I was meant to do. Maybe I can't access this until later. It's possible, yeah. Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's just in a different part of this area. Maybe this is not the right one. I would like to show it off while I'm here. Yeah. Oh, here we go. No, that's not it. That's the essence tree. Huh. Hold on. Let me just double check this. What was the area called that I'm looking for? Okay, yeah, I think this is the right place. But I think I can't do this now. I think I need a later upgrade to reach what I'm thinking of. So I will make a note of that. I'll bookmark it for now. The Spirit's Glade is a really cool area. Backers were obviously very important to getting this game made. And it's nice to have a little area like this appreciating them and their ideas. Anyway, I think that will do it for today. Next time, I will be briefly heading back to Green Path. There is some optional stuff that I can take care of there now that I have a few more upgrades. And then, I will be heading off in search of my first dreamer. But which one will I be going for? Will I be going for Monomon the Teacher in the Fog Canyon, Lurien the Watcher in the City of Tears, or Hera the Beast in Deep Nest? I will not be taking suggestions, because you'll all just send me to Deep Nest. Right then. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I will be back on Wednesday with some more Subnautica. I will not be streaming next weekend as I have plans in the evening. So I will be next live with Hollow Knight the following Wednesday. Have a good one, guys. And I'll see you later.
Bye.